Hello, everyone. Oh, well, no one at the moment. I'm doing an impromptu. I'm kind of sitting here, and I thought I may as well go live and kind of hope for the best that someone might want to come in and join me. But we will see if that is the case. I'll just be sitting here waiting. Hey, Ashley, found me. Yeah, you found me. I gave you a wrench too, by the way. Just so you know, I didn't ask you for permission, but I just gave you one. Because I'm like that. Rosalind, no, you're supposed to be in an exam. What are you doing, woman? You got exam time. Hello, darling. So, what I'm doing is no idea, but well, basically, what has happened is in the last, oh gosh, this camera, trying to get this camera up. Cat's been playing with the camera, so I don't actually know how useful it is. Okay, so the last week or so, I've given a bit of advice on toothy paper and the use of solvents, mainly with polys, I think. So I thought I may as well just come on and show what that is instead of talking about it, because I ended up sending yes, you need to shower. Yes, darling. All right, good luck. So what I thought I would do is come on and start this one, because I wanted to do this for Shell's hashtag, and do the skin with polys and solvent, and show how I use solvent to help on toothier paper. So that was my plan anyway. Whether that eventuates into any form of decent reality, I'm not sure. But I don't know whether I think Angie just woke up, and I'm like, oh, I better. I'm like, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm just playing right now. But that's my plans. Yeah, well, that's it. I thought, well, I'm going to do this. And for me, this is also a couple of things. Butterflies are super important in my world. So it meets a couple of hashtags this month. They bring me joy, and they also bring me remembrance. And I figured I'm going to rainbow up the butterflies and see how we go. But I figured I may as well start and kind of hope that something happens of some kind of thing. Hello, Sarah. Look at this. Look, this is one. How are you, darling? I'm just doing an impromptu. I'm doing polys, and I'm going to use solvent. So I figured on a bit of a toothy paper. So the paper I am using, it's not super toothy. I wouldn't call it like Strathmore toothy, but it does have a bit of bite. And it's the Fabriano sand. And I've done it on the back side of it. Not that I think there's too much difference between the two sides. Basically, it was the side that went in the printer. And I am just going to start, and if some people join, great. If they don't, they don't. But I'm like, will do. Okay, so I'm going in with light flesh. I always like to put a light layer of my base tone down first when I'm colouring skin. So it's my first little option. So how's everyone's? Well, most of you guys are into the evening. I don't think. Angie's like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm live. I just went live. Sorry. Better let her know. She'll kill me otherwise. I always like to put a base layer of my light tone down before I do anything else. So that's what I'm going to do while we wait for everyone to get in, is I'm just going in with light flesh and I'm going to cover up her face. Just with a light layer. But she looks so happy. Who wouldn't be happy to have a hat full of butterflies? Hey, Audrey, how's it going? Nearly 1 a.m. there in Scotland. Oh, my gosh. Wow. It is 9:30. Well, nearly 10. Down here, down under, in the morning. Oh, yeah, Renee, you got a spinner. Sorry. Hello. I was just dishing out wrenches left, right, and centre. I thought I was gonna give Sarah one, then I went, oh, I know she's only just starting getting used to the world of stream, and I'm thinking I better not throw her a wrench just yet. 8 p.m. there. Nice, Sarah. Yeah, I thought I'd dole out some wrenches. Poor old Angie's getting overworked on me, and Rosalind's busy with exams, so I was like, let's dish out the wrenches. I'm like, yeah, man. So it was nice and warm here this morning, surprisingly, because it's winter down here. This morning wasn't too bad. And then it's gotten overcast and it's starting to blow and rain. So the temperature has dropped again. So it's quite cool and blustery here at the moment. So thanks, Renee. Yeah, well, I love the Strathmore, but the Strathmore I use more for when I'm combining pans and pencils together. I have done full pencil pieces on the Strathmore. It just takes a lot of work. And I like toothy paper. And I think because I'm a bit of a heavier colorist, getting my layers down doesn't take as long as, I might come down a little bit actually, take as long as it does for others. But it is definitely it is a working it's a thing. But this Fabriana is nowhere near as toothy, so it's got some tooth but not as tooth. And then everyone's been talking about this the Nina Desert Storm, which I assume, and I've just had a drink of Coke and I've already got Coke stains on this, so it says a lot. The Nina Desert Storm, I think it's called. Everyone's using that, which is really smooth. But yeah, I haven't tried that one. So I'm going in with cinnamon now. Is the color I've got here. Yeah, well, that's it, to see what kind, and that's it. It's about finding the paper that suits you. And your style. But with these toothier papers, there are techniques that make it a little bit easier, so you're not sitting here for like 5 hours laying down color, waiting for it to think. Oh, funny, Ashley. I must admit, I had to go buy toner the other day for my printer, because I usually print off at work, because we've got like the big laser printer, color printers and stuff at work, and it's just so much easier to print it off at work. And I'm like, I've actually used up my ink being on leave, and I'm like, I had to go buy some. So I was like, that's a bit rude. I know. And it's so expensive. Like, seriously. I nearly died. I was like, whoa. And, you know, the girls just think the printer's there and we'll just use it as we want to use it. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, where am I going with now? I'm going to go in with some Caput Mortam. Hey, Banjo, how's it going? So I'm going to go in with Caput Mortem, Dead Man. This would be one of my favourite colours in the poly. This and Dead Man Purple, Caput Mortem Violet. Love these colours. But after Joe yesterday, you know, not being able to see after using some solvent after I've given him some advice, I'm like, I think I just might do a video. Raya, ohayou gozaimasu. Genki desu ka? Good morning, darling. Hey, Christine. Look, people are coming in to visit me. The reason I come on is I realise, because I'm usually at work, so if their stream's great, but if not, I'm working. Well, supposed to be working at this time. But the other week I was sitting there and I'm like, there's no one on a Wednesday, and I'm like, I'm bored and I'm lonely, so I figured I'm just going to come on. Oh yeah, you almost corrected to Satan. What do you want to be called as? Like, that's a good question, Sarah. Mind you, me trying to remember names, I can't even remember my students' names. So please don't take offence if I don't remember who you are. I'm just absolutely shocking at it. It's certainly not one of my areas of strength. So with toothy paper too, sharp pencils are your best friend, because you need to get down into the valleys. Oh, nice. Patrick and his butt. Winchester is asleep on my bed at the moment, so I have no doubt that later, once he wakes up from his little kit nap, I will be blessed by his appearance over here, and the butt in the face with the roaring impala, going, "Pat me." So what is everyone doing? Most of you guys are kind of heading to bed and all of that good stuff. Oh. I'm like, kind of here, kind of not. Oh, thanks, Ray. All right, I'm going in with Dead Man Purple now. So Mortem Violet. And continuing to just do some layers up, really thinking about where the shadow lines of her face would be, which is pretty good with this image, because Jane has kind of showed that with her sketch marks. So Makes it a little bit easier. Hello, Angie. I was waiting for you, and then I'm like, she's sleeping. I'm just going to let her sleep. So I gave other people wrenches so that you have a bit of relief from having to do it all. Because Rosalind's busy with her exams. And I'm like, so I was like, I'm just bored. And I was sitting here and I'm like, you weren't awake to talk to. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go on stream. I don't know that one. Aunt Sally from Wurzel Gummidge. Okay. Obviously one that never made it across down under. Or maybe I just don't remember it. Which was probably more accurate. Oh, the ship hat, he says, is the Titanic. Awesome. Yeah, it's such a cute book. I absolutely adore it. Because I was trying to find what I was going to do for Shell's hashtag, and getting the book down here in time and like an actual physical book. So I just went on and grabbed the PDF, and then I was trying to figure out which PDF version I wanted. And then this just kept talking to me with their hats and just the glee that they have on their faces. And I'm like, I think I kind of just have to do this one. And I'm like, well, that's what I'm going to do. All right, what colour do I want next? Oh, I'm sorry, Angie. I was trying to help. I'm going to go in with Nougat. Oh, there goes tip. So I'm just putting this right against the edge. Okay, yeah. Oh God, you guys, don't be scared. Don't be offended if you come back later and you don't have wrenches, because last thing I want to do is make my Angie sad. She does too much as it is. Got to give her some relief. It's like all these people ask me for advice, and I'm like, I'm just going to send you to Angie. She knows it all. Ah, okay. Really, Sarah? That's awesome. Well, until Shell started doing them, and I think I'd seen Connie do. I think Connie did this image actually. I hadn't really seen them, and the more I see of them, the more I'm like, these images are just adorable. She is, Sarah. Like seriously, she's and she's so patient when you're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about to me, Angie. I don't know. You're speaking big words that I don't understand. All right, I'm going to go in with medium flesh, which is 131. I don't know what the new names are. I'm not even going to pretend to know. Oh, awesome, Sarah. I must have. Did I? Oh, who knows? I watch that many videos. I'm like, I don't actually know. All right. Yeah, just give the numbers. Yeah, the numbers are the same, just not the color names. I think they're like Rose something, and I don't know. And I buy my polys from my art store here. I actually go in and support a local one for this one. And for these, because I have them in open stock at my store. So, but they'll have the old names forever anyway. Oh, okay. I will have to check it out. I'm going to go back in with Nougat. I'm just going to intensify some of these shadows. Hey, Marilyn. Oh, I don't know what I'm using. Don't worry about it, Angie. I think everyone knows that they've changed the name. They'll figure it out. All the flesh ones. Political correctness. They're not flesh anymore. But I don't know what they actually are. Something. Hey, Robin. Hey, Jamie. Oh, look at all these people coming in. I figured my intro. Oh, Marilyn, you always seem to be running whenever I'm streaming. Maybe we should swap so I can actually get some physical exercise. But, all right. So I'm going in with my little bitty ivory. And I'm just going to go over everything. Because I figured she's a bit of an old lady, so she's probably got, and she looks like an English lady, so I imagine that she's got very fair skin. You eat, I said, well, I can't eat too much anymore, but I still eat the wrong things. I should be much better about what I choose to put in my belly. But chocolate is just too nice. Oh, going back to the office. Oh, yeah. Isn't it going to be weird when you guys all start peopling again? See, I've never stopped peopling. I think I only had 3-4 weeks at home. So peopling has just stayed part of the thing. Hello, Kelly. How's it going? But, I've never started people. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't like peopling. I do it for a job. But then I come home and I'm like, I'm done. Usually by Friday nights, I'm like, don't speak to me. Do not talk to me. But I have noticed this week I am sleeping better, or sleeping less, which is good. And actually kind of half being somewhat active, which is good. So it's a good start. Except for I just went to book an appointment with my doctor, my GP, and he's not on the website anymore. And so I've got to ring my clinic and find out if he still exists there or what is going on, because I can't make any appointments for him. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to go through dealing with it and finding a whole new doctor. I'm like, I don't want that. All right, coming back in over with Light Flesh. Hey, Terralyn. How's it going? So the trick with toothy paper is layers. But I'll show you in a second that there's definitely still a whole lot of tooth showing through this. That won't change. And I'm not going to do any fancy skin tone today. I thought I'd keep it simple. I'm not going to try to do any like undertones or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it quite a simple skin tone. No, it's not. It's neither of them, Marilyn. It's actually in between. So it's not smooth like the Desert Storm, and it's not super toothy like the Strathmore. This is the Fabriano Sand. I would call it in between the two. So it has tooth, but it's not as toothy as the Strathmore. But I believe the Desert Storm is smooth. Angie just got our pack yesterday, so she'll be able to say. But I think the Desert Storm's really smooth. Okay. Oh, it's not good, Kelly. There's been a few people having issues with the internet by the looks of it today. Even Em this morning, she's like, have you got internet? And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at a video right now. And she's like, oh, my TV's not connecting. And I'm like, oh, that's your problem, not mine. I'm like, you go there, love. Seems very, very pink. I don't know whether that's just because it's against the toned paper or not. But I'm going to come in with cream, which has got a slight yellow. And I think I'm going to just take a little bit of the yellow across just to neutralize a little bit of this pink undertone. Oh, the Des just coloured in. I've never even used the Nina, so I'm like, I got no idea. Yeah, that's better. The cream is just knocking back a little bit of that pinkiness. It's good. And I mean, she's sticking out because of the tanned paper too. Not too worried about going too much over her cheeks because obviously I want them to be pink and rosy. So I'm just doing a little bit over that. Yeah, we'll do a whole research stream of like, Angie's bought me all this stuff. Let's work out what's good. We were talking about my storage last night because I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to fit all this stuff. I've got to put my last collection video up too. It's there. I just keep forgetting to actually set it live. Okay, yeah, but not tone tan tooth. Yeah, like tone tan tooth is tooth. But the trick with this, and we'll do it in a sec, is to make sure you've got enough layers down. I'm going to go in. I just want to put a bit of grey in, so I'm going to go in with Cold Grey 5. Just in these. I'm going to turn. Sorry, it's easier. Just in these shadow areas. Just going to put a little bit of the Cold Grey in. Andy and the Professor. That's it. Oh, Professor. Oh, I just upgraded. I like it. Yeah, they are polys. They're if you haven't used them before, Marilyn, they do take their learning curve. You can't color and especially like me, as we all know, I'm like elephant hands. It's not a pencil you can go heavy with, but they work beautifully. But they're a different breed. All right. So I should have enough layers on there. So you're usually going for about 4 or 5 layers minimum. And yeah, it should be fun. We're just going to sit here in my room and play with pencils and paper. Okay, so I use the solvent I use, not this. This is one I bought, but it was super expensive. And I'm like, nah. I then went and got a big bottle. And if Joe watches this back, see this big sign down the thing that says poison? All right, so just odorless solvent, okay, is kind of any of those kind of things. But I just went and got a big bottle. She works. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I want to play with your pencils. So I'm dipping my brush in, okay, and I have a brush that I use specifically for solvent. So this is my solvent brush, mainly because it gets oily and I don't want to use it with other things. So I just have a solvent brush, and I will kind of tap off the excess because I don't want it wet with the solvent. And then I will come in and start melting basically the colors together. And see, I've probably still had too much on my brush there. I didn't dab it enough. But I'm still working in a circular motion even as I am putting the solvent down because I want to push it into the paper. Sarah, be good. You be a good girl. We all play in the corners. Yeah, that's me, Marilyn. Now the solvent takes, 5-10 minutes to kind of dry up once you've used it. Yeah, you can use solvent on any pencils. On the oil pastels, it's awesome. Anything that's got a wax or an oil base, the solvent is great at. Hey, Pam. You can use solvent with. But as a coloured pencil artist, I use solvent all the time because this is how I get my underlayers down. So I push my underlayers into the tooth and I'm not burnishing, so I'm not ruining the tooth of the paper, but I've melted all of the pigment that I've initially put down into it. So I still have all of that tooth left to go put even more depth and movement on the on top. And that's kind of the beauty of solvent. It's just basically does the job of a blender pencil without flattening it, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm kind of zoned out making sure I've got all of her face. Yeah, so because it's just like if you use, because solvents for like your enamel paints, your oil-based paints, and it breaks down your oil-based paints to allow you to clean them and stuff like that. So this is basically what it does. However, don't be a Joe. If you're going to use the odor-filled ones, like the proper turpentine, like, because you can use terps, you can use any of that kind of stuff. If you're going to do that, do it in a well-ventilated area. Even with the odorless, I would recommend using in a well-ventilated area anyway, because it can be a little bit too much if you're sensitive to smells and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know, Jamie. I'm not sure. Yeah, so once this dries, Marilyn, so once the solvent dries, it takes about 10, 15 minutes, depending on how thick your paper is, how much solvent you put down. Once it's done, it's back to paper then. It's dry paper, and it's like you never were colouring on it to begin with. So it just allows you to keep going. So, yeah, I don't like doing the solvent on top. That's funny. I do it as my under, but not my top. But everyone has a different style, and that's the thing. It's kind of that finding what works for you. I'm going in the cold grey one while we're waiting, and I'm just going to start in her eyeballs while we're waiting. And I don't use the solvent on everything. Like I probably won't use it too much on the other parts to the image. It's just more for those things that you want smooth, so skin. Kind of just depends on what I'm doing. Yeah, no, getting high on the solvents. I stopped doing that a long time ago. Yeah, that's fair enough, Jamie. The colourless blender, the alcohol, it does it, but it's just not the same. I've seen a few people do it with colourless blender, but I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. All right. I'm going to go in with ivory. And then I'm going to come in with some, flicky hair, no solvent. So what I'll do with hair is I'll put the base down and I'll flick it and I'll get it all there. I'll solvent it and kind of like push it in and it kind of blends together. And then I'll go add more flicks, if that makes sense. I'm going back in with put mortem. Being very light with this because I don't want her to make her look like she's got pink eye. Yeah, it is a cute image. What did I just say? Oh, I don't know what I just said. But yep, sounds good. But you'll notice I didn't use white on her eye because generally the eyeball isn't actually white. Okay, what colour eyes to give this lady? What colour eyes? Night, Audrey. No worries, sweetheart. Yeah, I think it's definitely past your bedtime. Oh, there you go. Sorry, Angie. Again, we've got that thought. Oh, do I want my jacket on or not want my jacket on? I can't decide whether I'm cold or not. Oh, like it's the thing. So I know what color eyes. Kind of want to do purple, like violet eyes. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, it's rainy up here. See, there's not really a light purple in the poly, so maybe not violet. We'll see what happens. That's the only thing about the polys is they don't have the greatest selection of lighter tones. Could I pull out some pastels? Yes, I could. Am I going to? No. All right, I'm going to go in with light ultramarine. Yeah, same, Angie. I'll just take the coat. And I'm also going to run this blue over the pupil so that when I go back in with black, there's a bit of a blue tint to the black, which just gives it a little bit more life, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's not good, Jamie. But yeah, lots of layers. Mind you, I'm saying I'm freezing, and most people would be in t-shirt and shorts because I'm a Queenslander, and we don't. What's cold to us is certainly not cold to the majority of people. All right, I'm going to go in with blue violet. No worries. Yeah, check the pork. Don't lose that. Oh, poo, that reminds me. I've got to go to the shops. I've got to get, my dad's coming over for dinner tonight. I better go get something to actually cook. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could always go out naked. You know, what ifs? All right, so we got that. And pizza night is always good. Nothing wrong with pizza night. And then I'm going to go in with Delft Blue. So now I'm going over kind of the outside of the pupil. And, you know, just where Jane's put all of the lines because I don't want them black. Oh, it is. It's like, I'm born this way. Come into the world naked. It's always interesting when I go to Japan and you go to the onsen, so the public baths, and you've got this 6-foot-tall Caucasian woman covered in tattoos. Turns a lot of heads. Is having hot dogs. Nice. White Castle burgers. Oh, smoking. Smoked pork. All right, going back in with that light ultramarine. And then we'll see if the poly white works or if it doesn't. I just want to tone down some of this. No. Out she comes. Is she going to let me sharpen it? All right. I might have to hand sharpen this because it's in an extender. Oh, well, it'll do. All right, this is Prisma White. So I'm going to come back in with the blue violet, just darken up a little bit up here. Then come in with, it's getting hot in here. Take off all my clothes. Ah, getting hot. All right, Cold Grey 3. Someone asked if I sang in all my streams, and I'm like, not well, but probably. This is Cold Grey 3. Mona, hello, g'day Mona. All right, now I'm going to come back in with Cold Grey 5. All right, not even going to pull out the poly black. I'm going to use Prisma Black because it's here. I'm going to do her, but you could use poly black. I'm just, my Prisma Black just sits here. I've always got my Prisma White, my Prisma Black. Definitely not getting naked at the moment. No, it's wet and blustery up here. It's probably still not what you guys would call cold, but it's what I'm going to call cold. Now, before I go in with the Prisma White, I'm actually going to put down a slight layer of this ultramarine blue. Just because we've got the tone paper coming up through, I'm going to make the reflection more of a sky blue. Because figuring she's got butterfly hat, she'd be outdoors. Oh, I'm wondering, why is that looking poo? Because I picked up the poly white. Honestly, don't ever get the poly white unless you want something transparent. Evelyn's not here watching me use my fingers. Thanks, Renee. 31, 27. I don't actually know what the temp is here right now. I'd say it's probably about 19, 20. Oh, I lie. It's 15.5 degrees and it feels like 12.6. Oh my gosh, and we're getting to 3 tonight. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh. Gonna die. It's gonna be so cold. Yeah, I know. I really, here, look, I'll just pull out the brush. Laziness. Okay. It's only because I'm using the Prismas and they're like, you know, smushy, crumbly things. All right, is that better? There we go. All right. Just going to come in with a little bit of that white Prisma, and I'm just going to catch the corner of her eyeball kind of like it's glistening. Just like a catch light there as well. Okay. All right. So the solvent has probably dried now. She'd be looking pale on screen. She is so not that pale. I just looked up at what it looks like on screen. I'm like, trust me, she's not that pale in real life. But let's go over with a bit of ivory. Being left-handed, I'm used to having streaks everywhere. It's like, oh, well, I just work with it. I'm like, I know this is going to be a shocker, but I'm actually not, I generally don't like using polys for skin. I like my polys for certain things, but I don't like it for skin. I don't think they have the best skin tones, and I don't generally like how they work. But I wanted to show the people that have polys and toothy paper what you can do. Just generally would not be a preference for me. I'm not going to overwork her. Oh, but she's got to have some layers on her now that she's been melted. That's the whole purpose. You've got to go back over it. All right. I can't leave her completely like melted. All right. Going back in with Caput Mortem. Or Dead Man. Yeah, you do have to do some major color mixing with polys. It's lots of layers. When it comes to skin, at this point in time, I'm still like Prisma girl. I love using Prismas for skin. I'm getting the Lumi portrait set soon, so that might change. The Lumis might change my mind. Oh, she's not Elphaba. Yeah, it will look different once I get pictures on the other, but she's very, very pale. But I still, like I said, she still needs some colouring over the top just to go over now, because we've melted it into the tooth. So now we've got to put some layers back over the tooth, if that makes sense, so that we've got a layer in the valleys and a layer on top of the hills. And you'd be surprised, Angie, I'm actually colouring lightly. I know, shock horror. I can colour lightly sometimes. Just not very often. I'm usually too impatient. All right, and now I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of that medium flesh. Hey, Carol. Oh, yeah, she's meant to be pale. Like, it's not like I'm trying to make her tanned. Just going to go in with that medium flesh. Just bring out the rosiness in her cheeks again. Because they like the blush. And so she doesn't look ghostly pale. Oh, yes. I hope we likes them, Robin. I agree. I hope we likes them. I haven't used the light fast for a portrait yet, so that's going to be on my to-do list to see how the light fast go with skin. I have yet to do that. She's getting a little bit of colour back to her skin, but she's nowhere near as pale as she looks to you guys. It's like, whoa. Maybe if I change the warmth of my light. No, I don't think that makes a difference. Hey, Tammy, how's it going? How's it going over there in Welshland? Still so weird saying my own name. You'd think I'd get used to it because I work with 2 other Tammys. But it's just one of those weird things. All right. Okay. Let's leave her. What colour hair do we want to do? While you guys are thinking about hair, I'm going to do lips. All right, so I'm going to come in with that medium flesh while you give me some ideas for hair. Blue rinse, yeah. Blonde. This is burnt carmine. Yeah, it has been a while, Tammy. I have not seen you around for a while. I hope all is well with you and your family. Okay. So I'm coming in with that burnt carmine and basically lining her lips, mainly because that's the style. You know, they all like to do their lip liner. I hate lip liner, just so you know. Ironically, I have like thousands of them, and I use them, but I don't use them really as a lip liner. I use them as a lip filler. All right. Oh, Janice, I would never have thought that, Jamie. Yeah, no, you'd be Jan. Jan. All right. Okay. All right, we're going to go in with cold grey 1. Oh, I forgot her ears. I'll do them when I do a neck. I didn't want to spend the whole thing on her skin. Right. JJ. Oh, 18. Oh. Are the pubs open over there? Is he ready to go out? All right. Let's go in with cold grey 3. Oh, can you hear? I don't know if you guys can hear the wind howling through. Heather, g'day. Heather. Okay, we won't tell anyone, Sarah. Never. What is it? Yeah, fair enough. That works. Fair enough. It's better than really going out anyway. I'm not looking forward to that. Only got a couple more years. I'm going to have to deal with that. Oh, nice. I like that. That's a nice name. All right, so before I go in with any more greys, I'm going to come in, because we're doing a blue rinse, I'm going to come in with sky blue and just put a little bit of a blue through this grey, so we've got that blue tone popping through. But because the cold grey is blue-based anyway, the natural blue is going to pop off this tanned paper, so it will have that kind of blue appearance. All right, let's go in with cold grey 5. Yes, I hope you are getting better each and every day, Mona. And same with Pam. I like neutral tones. In my day-to-day life, I'm boring. I like neutral tones. All right, and come back in with cold grey 1. And then I am going to use the poly white. Oh, 40 staples. Oh my gosh, Mona. All right, I'm going to go with the poly white because I actually don't want this white to be too opaque. And I'm going to solvent it out anyway, but I just want to give some highlights. All right, so we're going to come in with solvent again now. So we've got about 4 or so layers on. See, I saw those colour tints and they kind of just remind me of the graphy tints. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like there's only so much I can have. I can't get through. I've still got things of unopenedness in here. I'm like, I need to be smarts. Or, well, attempt to be smarts. So this time now, because I'm doing hair, you'll notice I'm doing the brush in a stroke motion, whereas on the skin I was doing circular motion. I'm just trying to work with, obviously, what I'm trying to still portray with the pencils. And I'm going to go back over them, but we did flicking motions for a reason, and I want to kind of keep that even though I'm using the solvent to push the pigment into the paper. I still want that there. Yeah, all my unopenedness, I know. I'm like, I've got like, I think 4 pencil sets that I bought for my budget thing to review. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So let that dry. Now that we've decided on her hair, we'll go back in and do her eyebrows. Her very over-plucked brows. I've got the cold grey 5. And then I'm going to come in with the 3. Give something there. Yeah, that's a huge, huge incision. All right. Okay, while we wait for the hair to dry, let's get a base layer down on the hat. Do I want a straw hat? I think I want a straw hat. I'm going to go in. The pork? What? Oh, Heather. I see. I haven't tried the castle arts. They're no good, hey? Going in with light yellow ochre. 1. Oh, shiny writing. 183. Just while we're waiting for this hair to dry, I'm just going to run a light layer all over the hat. Oh, that's good, Mona. I'm glad you've got lots of support there. No, she'll be right. I kind of figured the castle arts are a lot like, I don't know. I've seen people using them, and I think they're all kind of, I don't know. There's only so many pencils a person can have, and I'm like, it's overwhelming sometimes. All right. Yeah, well, that's it. You gave them away. See, as a teacher, they go into my colouring hoard. Pencil case at school. It's like, yep. I was sitting there last night, Angie, and Catch has got the 72-cent of the Mott premiums for $30. And I was like, Tammy, just stop. No, you don't need them. You do not need them. And I went, no. And I put them away. I went, no. Yeah, I thought they might be like the Cray Art and the Black Barrel Brutes, that kind of white labeled. Which is why I've kind of never really gone, you know what, nah, I don't. Nah. Yeah, I know. I do not need the Mott pencils. Oh, don't worry about it, Heather. I haven't got Nightbot now. He won't kick you out. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out hat. I speak in permanent caps. Have you not heard the level of my voice? I can't judge no one. What's Australian? What? Oh, the Marts. Yeah, they're Australian. But yeah, they're like, no, not the greatest fan of those ones. Oh, yeah, they're just not good. And no. I'm all for supporting my local things, but no. No. Yeah, I think Mikador's Australian. I know, I see Mikador everywhere, so if not, it's a very popular here. How exciting watching me color a hat. But that's okay. That's okay, they say. You got to do these things. No, not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the fact that we're like, we're all pencil hoarders. We've got way too many pencils, really, than one person sanely needs. Alrighty. Let's go in. I want to get the Crayola, the better line. I don't mind the normal Crayolas. Sorry, so I'm using brown ochre now, 182. Yeah, I can make the Crayolas work. Yes, Angie, you do. You do. That's what happens in my house too. I just keep bringing things in. And pencils deserve just as much love and support as the warm-blooded animals. I do agree. And we've got to give love to everyone. And, you sit there and think, well, if I don't love you, then will someone else? That's Heather. She's like, I'll find someone else to love you. I'm done. Out the door. And then I sit there and I go, yeah, I'll get rid of him. And then part of me goes, but what if one day? Oh, I'm telling you, Renee, if those brute, that 520 set of brutes was the square barrels, I would have been like on that bandwagon. Right. Yeah, and that's exactly what I do, Tammy. I end up just giving most of my stuff away. Most of my art just gets given away to people. I'm like, whatever. It's more the process for me than the getting anything from it. I'm just like, I'd rather give it to someone that could use it and get enjoyment from it that they might not have had before. There was a house fire, and so I went through and found, like, some old linen and stuff for the person, but I also threw in some of my art because I'm like, it's those little things that make a home. So I threw in some art as well, some paintings and things, so that I could start to collect things again. Oh, you haven't coloured with them yet, Mona? Did you get the square barrels? Yeah, well, that's it, Heather. I'm like, the 520, if it was the squares, I would have got just so I could display it. Like, I have this idea for a wall piece with just pencils, and that would have been perfect. That would have been like, because there's no way I'm ever going to get the Felissimos, which is so not a Japanese word, yet it's a Japanese pencil brand. But anyway, I'm so never going to be getting them. And I was like, oh, I could do it with the Brutes, but they're not square. Yeah. The 520. So 10,000 N is $100. For the 520. Yeah, they're not. I think for Australian they're around $200 something mark, weren't they, Angie? I'm not sure. I can't remember. What colour do I want to use? I've got it out. Let's just go with Nougat. 260, yeah. I think it was something around the 200 something mark for us. Generally, Canada and Australia have a similar pricing, I think. But I saw Monet say that they were on sale a week or so ago, so they might go up and down in price. But definitely not a need. It would only be for aesthetic purposes if they were square. Yeah, way overpriced. Way overpriced. Oh, I forgot the... Hey, Angela. Hey, Louise. How's it going? I got people coming in. Look at that. I was just bored today and been getting a lot of questions about solvent and toothy paper. So I thought I would come on and do some toothy paper with Polychromos and show how to use solvent to get the tooth to work for you, not against you. And that's what I'm doing today. But in this hat, I'm actually going to embrace the tooth because the tone of the paper underneath is similar to the straw. I don't feel I need to cover everything, so I won't be going over this with the solvent because I can use the texture of the paper to kind of give that illusion of texture to the hat. Which is pretty cool too. Oh, Casper, shut up. No one cares. $30 with 120. What book are you tossing, Louise? What's going on? Louise is tossing a book? What? Oh, I've missed something. Oh, I accidentally deleted Mona. I didn't mean to delete your message. I don't know what I did. How did I do that? How do I unhide her? I don't even know what I did. Oh my God. Mona. How do I unhide her? Oh no. What do I do? It won't let me unhide her. Oh, I don't know what I've done. Hold on. Mona, if you're still there, what have I done? What did I do? Hold on. Mona, I'm unhiding you. Oh, I've done it. I worked it out. I'll click her again. Oh, I think I've worked it out. I did. Yeah, I clicked Shannon. Oh, thanks, Shannon, but it wasn't coming up with anything. Hello, by the way. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I've gone and removed her on YouTube Studios. Thanks, Raya. Mona, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. Oh my gosh. I was scrolling back through the chat, and my fingers are cold, and I don't. Yeah, no, and so I don't know. My fingers aren't in. Yeah, they're numb. They're cold. I'm a sook. Remember. I didn't mean it, Mona. I'm sorry. I feel actually really bad. All right. So let's come back in with this grey now that she's dried up. And I'm going to come in. And I'm so... Is Mona back? Mona, come back. Sorry. I'm going to go in with Cold Grey 6. And now that we've got the smooshed in part underneath that we've put in and pushed into the valleys with the solvent, we can do the flicks over the top really well now. And it kind of allows, just to make sure it's all covered, but you can get that depth that you wanted. I think, I honestly, come to my streams. I just, boot 118 people out of chat, or I block you, or whatever I do. Yeah, I'm such a nice person. Baby, come back. Has Mona come back? Just can't live without you. Oh, gosh. All right, so that's the 6. I'm going to go in for 5. Someone message Mona and say that I'm sorry. See, I give all of these people wrenches and I still stuff everything up. All right. Okay, going in with Cold Grey 3. Hey, Momo! Yeah, lurking and laughing at my stuff's up. Why are we not surprised by my continuous complete stuff up? See, Sarah, this shows you. Happens in every stream. Things happen. It's all good. Everyone's mostly nice except for me, who blocks people. All right. She still can't chat. Why can't she chat? I've unblocked her. So why can't she chat then? Ah. Oh, do you realise I've been in live chat this entire time too, by the way? Top chat, I mean. Click a name in the chat and unhide it. On my... Oh. All right, hold on. I'll go to my actual thing. Okay. It won't... doesn't give me any option to unhide her. Participants. Right. Yeah, like there's not even any 3 dots coming up beside her name to allow me to unhide her. Yeah, but not everyone shows on the participant list. Why is it being painful for me? Yeah, like I've gone back, like I've even gone into the dashboard and done it. So what if I go to her? Okay, I'll give you a wrench. Thank you. All right. Shannon to the rescue. All right, maybe. Oh, I think I might not have saved it, but I've given you a wrench anyway. Okay. All right. No, now mate. Look. Look at Shannon. She just fixes everything. She's fixed it in 2 seconds. Thank you, Shannon. I don't know what was going on. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry, Mona. Oh, it isn't fixed yet? Oh, no, she's there. Woo! Let's welcome back Mona. I'm like, yay! Oh, gosh. Like, that honestly was just cold, numb fingers, me trying to scroll through. I don't even know what I did. Okay. I'm going to go back in with that sky blue. And I'm just going to glaze it. So I've got the pencil on its side, and I'm just, thank you, Shannon. I truly appreciate it. Oh, gosh. Honestly. See, I'm making, Sarah should be sitting there going, whew. Yep, it happens. Shannon doesn't want a spanner anymore. Okay. I'll get rid of your spanner. Did I miss that? Oh, wait up. Oh, gosh, I'm nearly about to stop. I need to stop doing whatever I'm doing on my computer. All right. Maybe I should leave Shannon as like a mod for my stuff ups. But no, she mods on enough things. We can't be that nasty to her. I'm just demodding Shannon, even though she saved the day. And I thank her totally for that. All right. But she does enough. Okay. Yeah, it just wasn't letting me click on Mona while she was hidden. It was really frustrating. I'm just colouring. Yes, just colour. That was me and Shell's stream last night. Shell, just colour. 6. All right, and then I'm going to come in with the white. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Is Shannon side-eyeing me? I can feel her rolling her eyes at me. All right, there we go. Her hair is sufficiently blue rinsed, I feel. Yes, thankful for Shannon coming out of loc mode and rescuing me again. Very, very much appreciated. She's good. She's hasn't rolled too much. All right. I am actually going to I'm going to dig it out. My itty bitty black poly. And I'm just going to use the black for the shadowing here underneath this hat. Just because I've used that dark grey and I want it to kind of pop against her hair. All right. Okay. There we go. Let's do a butterfly and let me calm down a little bit. Mona. Yeah, you had to get Mona back just so you could do that. Because, otherwise I'm just going to kick her out. Because that's apparently what I do here. All right. Let's go in and do a butterfly. I'm going to go in with light marine. All right, so we got that one. And then we're going to go for, I'm going to use the same colours I used in eye. Why not? Blue violet. No worries, Demi. All right, I didn't remove you. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's judging me too, Angie. She's just like, what are you doing to me? And then Delft Blue. So the same colours we used in her eyes. So that way we've got a bit of balance there. I'll come back in with the light ultramarine. All right, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, I'll continue doing that. All right. I've got a headache now. I was a bit stressed. Mona's got enough on her plate without me, like, blocking her with my big, stubby, cold fingers. So if I do, now, before I do anything silly, is anyone epileptic here before I do anything, like, or suffer from any extreme vertigo? Because I won't do it otherwise. I'm actually very conscious of that. My mum suffers from seizures and stuff, so I actually try to be aware. Let's just do some deep breathing. Yeah. Now I keep wanting to look at her eyes, but I actually need to pay attention to what I'm colouring. I know, Mona, I know, but I don't even know how I did it. Okay. What am I going to do now? Yeah. I can jiggle the paper. That's why I was just checking that no one was seeing. So let's get the eyes moving. It's like, hello, I'm watching you. Now, I'm going in with purple violet. So purple and blue butterflies are very, very significant to me. So I figured we'll do this one because she's one of the center ones. Okay, so some purple violet. And then I want some mauve. Yeah, they're rolling at me, all right. They got judgment there. Even though she's got that grin on her face, that grin is like that evil grin of like, I'm coming to judge you. Good old mauve. I'm going to go mauve. So I'll have to remember to tell Joe to watch this later and be like, yeah, use this solvent. Don't knock yourself out. Oh, it would have been funny if he was in here and that he was the one who accidentally accidentally booted. I think he'd begin to get a complex. Step away from the phone. Okay. And now I'm going to go in. Where are you, my itty bitty black? Oh, there you are. My little black. I'm going to go in black. Oh, Joe! Hey! You're going to have to go back and watch this video, Joe. I've done this all. I've done polys on toothy paper for you. And I promise I'll try not to boot anyone again. I'll keep my cold, numb elephant fingers away from the chat. Busted. Oh, you're good at that, Joe. You seem to come into my live streams at the most interesting of moments. Going back with, oh God, now I'm getting all my purples mixed up. Going back with mauve. You got excellent timing. Yeah. You do indeed. At this time, you're just talking about you getting a bit high on some solvents yesterday. And I figured it's just easier to do a show and tell. Otherwise, my advice gets people into trouble. All right, back in with that purple violet. Hi, Michaela. You have your windows open tonight. Good. So I showed it at the start of my stream, but this is kind of, I've got a big bottle of it, but there's heaps out there. But if you're using things for modeling too, this is the kind of one you want. It's called Odorless Solvent. It is basically just an odorless terps or methylated spirits, so your white spirits. Or you can pay lots of money and get, like the little bottles of more expensive stuff. But this is just the bottle I use for the big bottle, so I don't have to bring the big bottle out every time. Oh, no, it's not completely odorless. No, you'd still want to do it in a well-ventilated area. Definitely not completely odorless. If you're sensitive, you will definitely pick it up. I know that there is like that Zest It brand, the orange oil stuff, but smells don't bother me. And my bank balance goes, no, let's not waste it on that. Let's just get the other stuff because it's cheaper. Yeah, the giant orange poison. I know, I showed that at the start too, saying just note that this says poison down the side. I'm going to come in with the Prisma White, and I'm going to just add some highlight points to the butterfly. All right. There we go. Now, with this, it's up to you whether you use solvent or not. I'll show you what it looks like with solvent. I'd probably generally be too lazy. But you can also use it in these kinds of things to smooth out. If you're like, oh, I'm not too comfortable with this, I can still see some of the tooth or whatever it may be. You can go back in. They make it pretty clear. Don't drink this because it looks like water. Sorry, concentrating. So the solvent's just basically about how many layers of pigment you want to build up, how intense you want the colour to be. That'll all come back, obviously, as it dries. It looks pretty dull at the moment. Oh, that's no good, Michaela. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, good. Excellent, Angie. Thank you. All right. How much time? I've been on for a while. I don't know. We'll just keep going. We'll do another butterfly. So because this butterfly is purple and the complementary colour to purple is yellows, I'm going to do yellows and oranges in this one. So that's my plan, Jan. Okay, we'll start with these ones to begin with. No worries, Angie. Yeah, you probably do after my mess up. She's gonna get up me real bad later. She'll be like, "Why'd you do all that without me? You can't do it." All right. So let's think about how I want to do this. I think I'm going to make this the color, and I might make, just so it's similar here, make that black edge black, and then I'll think about those. Okay, so I'm going in with light yellow glaze. Yeah, skin never really, I think because makeup. I've been doing skin my entire life, just been painting it with a different medium. In here. All right, then I'm going to go in with cadmium yellow. Yeah, just been painting faces my entire life. Like, all right. So this yellow is going to take a little bit more work because the yellows are generally quite translucent in most pencils. And because we've got the toned paper underneath, we will just come back a few times and layer up. All right, and now we're going in with dark cadmium yellow. Oh, everyone's gone quiet. Everyone's probably not game to talk. I'll block them. They're like, out you go. I'll hide you. All right. Let's go back over with the cadmium yellow. Mesmerized. It's all right. I kind of zoned out to it too. I get into those kinds of like, I'm just like, yeah. Especially when I start doing circles, like start doing my little, I'm just like, it's like hypnotic. I'm back in with that light yellow glaze. No, so I did this. I've done all of this for you, Joe, just so you know, you and Sarah, because I've had a few questions. This is the toned paper. It is actually toned. It's a little bit less toothy than the Strathmore, but that is actually the color of the paper. Basically, I've got Strathmore, my toned grey, but I didn't want to use it. I was like, no, I'm going to use this one instead. But it's just, it gives the same idea. That's all right. You deal with laundry. I've got to do that later. Oh, yay. Laundry. I love being an adult. All right, so I'm going to go in here now and make this more of a red orange. I'm going to go with Scarlet. Where are you? Okay. All right, so I'm going to use orange glaze, dark cadmium orange, and scarlet red. It's all right. No, it's okay, Joe. If I was that, I would have like tagged you. But no, there's been a few questions recently about the toned paper and the tooth and getting skin and stuff. So I figured I'll just actually get on and do it. That was all. All right, so I'm going in with the orange glaze. And just, yeah. I was trying, Angie, but I was bored. I was like, no one's here to talk to, and there's no one streaming on Wednesdays. And I'm like, I'm just going to do it because I want to. All right, I'm going to go with the dark cadmium orange. Yeah, I only bought the sand, not the clay. Or the moss or the sea. No. I've only got the sand. I'll get there eventually. I have that much paper here. I could, between paper and pencils, you need to come to my house if there's ever like a apocalypse. We'll just burn it all. All right, bye, Mona. Rest well, please, and look after yourself. Yeah, we should have rung you. It's okay. I am not making anyone get up to do, and no, it's just not how it rolls, my dear. Hey, it has to be. Oh, just got the notification. I've been on for an hour and a half, but that's me. Honestly, it's me and Renee. That it tells me 6 hours after Renee's posted a video that she's been on. So I don't know what it does. It's just like, who knows? I think YouTube just has its moments. You needed a rest. That's what happened. Dark cadmium orange. And that's okay. Oh, wait up. I don't think I went in with the scarlet down here. Can anyone remember if I did? I don't know. I'll do it again. And then in with the orange glaze. All right, so I'm going to, this out part's going to be black, but I'm going to underlayer it with red because I want the undertone of the black to have a red base. I don't want the tan color coming through. Thanks, Renee. Oh, yeah, it's not scarlet red. Oh, in no way, shape, form. It's orange. Absolutely. Red-orange. So far from scarlet. But anyway. All right. So now I'm going to come in with the black and just start working over it. No, actually, there is not. You are right, Aspie. I haven't even thought about it. Oh, I think the spirits are getting to my head. I be getting. All right, I'm just going to say, poly white, poly black, no. Unless you're doing eyelash. Oh, I need to come back down to our eyelashes. I'm going in with the Prisma black. Just look at the difference. And I basically just didn't want to sit here and layer for 5 years. Oh, Aspie, you're funny. You'd hate to meet Georgia then. She makes me think about it all the time. No. Oh, with the poly. Oh, gosh, no. No. That's got its place, but no. Nope. And I didn't want a deep, deep black anyway. I want the red undertone. But, I was like, no. Poly black can go away unless I'm flicking some hair. I will probably, I'll probably use the Jelly Roll Glaze for the butterflies bodies, I think. But I won't be using it on all of it. All right, there we go. Okay, let's go in with this while I was thinking about it. I'm just going to put a tip on it. It is a lot of flutterbys. Oh. All right. Just got to go down and do her lashes. Oh, and break the tip, because that's what I do. Oh, and break the tip again because that's what I do. All right. She got some lashes now. She's very, very lovely. It's a hat here. So it's like ladies in their glorious hats. So it's a hat and they're on wires kind of coming up out of the hat, I think. Is the idea there. Yeah, you're right, Aspie. Short hat then, yeah. So it's like a flat hat, and then yeah, something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Let's have a look what the jelly roll glaze would look like for the butterflies. Then I got to remember not to put my hand in it again. I'm going to go soon anyway, so it's going to dry. But let's have a look. That's a bit cute. No, I should have done this side first, but anyway. It's a bit cute. I love these glaze pencils. Glaze pens. Should have got them a long time ago. Yeah, it's kind of like an envelope-y hat thing. Well, maybe. But so this is, we'll come back out so she's not quite so close, but this is kind of where we got to. Obviously, once all of the skin goes in and the background and stuff, hopefully she won't look like she's seen a ghost. But it does look up against the stark kind of tan. I'll probably come in with some gelatos and just put like a pale sky blue background or something there. I don't know. I'll have to look at that later. But yeah, I just, like I said, I thought I'd come on and show how to use the solvents with the polys on the toothier paper. I just thought it was one of those things that you probably, yeah. And I thought, oh, well, I may as well. It was just something that just that way, if people are asking, I can shoot them this way on kind of how to go about that. And that would be, that was the whole plan. And then I'm going to go off and finish off butterflies today. Oh, I'll show you the picture I did yesterday, because you can't, like, it's on Instagram, but you can't truly see it in its full glory on Instagram because I didn't, like, it kind of doesn't show, but it really shimmers and shines the paint reflection, because I just wanted her sitting at the base of a rainbow. I've actually been lucky enough, I ripped it with the washi tape, but I've been lucky enough to drive through the base of a rainbow before, and it's just an experience that, like, you sit there and think, I'm never going to see the end of a rainbow, and to have actually gone through the end of a rainbow, it was like one of the best days ever. I used the Gunzo Tambi pearl colors, so they've got like a bit of, obviously they're translucent but with a bit of glaze. I just wanted to have that feeling. I used, Marilyn, I just used alcohol markers in the background. It was just, yeah. So I really like the back page. It kind of looks cool. So it was just alcohol markers in the background, and then I just went over it with that Gunzo Thambi, the paint. So I just wanted to have like that feeling of sitting there at the base of a rainbow and just kind of have that feel of what go of there. But all right. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for coming in. I figured may as well. That was all. I'm on home, so I thought, why not? And I actually talked about colouring today, so not just other stuff. That's a one-up for me, you know. Apparently my streams, I don't talk about colouring. So at least I'm not painstakingly slow. Hey, Shannon. So we will leave it there. And thank you for coming in. It was good. I didn't expect so many people because it was just a pop-on thing. Yeah, Joe, I recommend that. Okay. All right, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you coming on in. Have a great day, night, evening, whatever. See you later. Bye.